Ooh, ooh. I'm sorry, guys. My bad. Ooh, ooh. Get the money. Ooh. Welcome to the stream. If you're catching this on the replay, no, I'm not too lazy to take off the front part of the video. Thanks for the like. Daywalk, what's up, man? Yeah, you ready to go fishing? Unmatched energy today, man. I got my fence. We pretty much did what we needed to do. I know you can't, it's hard to even see it. Okay. We fenced in now. So we're gonna let the chickens out, and they can't get through. They can't get through. That's what today's stream is, man. It's a big moment. I get to get back to some other stuff and not worry about them so much in the afternoon, late afternoon, early evening. Or if I wanted them to come out in the morning, like on the weekend. I don't know if they were affected as much as me, but man, it's just beating in my head. Let me go get this. I'll show you all the fencing stuff, but hang around for a little bit. Day walk. Anyone else that may have joined, uh, holla at your boy. We're gonna have a nice little stream in the evening. I'll show you everything. It's been 24 hours, and in 24 hours, a lot has taken shape. Not even 24 in the last freaking 8 hours. So crazy when you stop second guessing yourself and you go to your strengths, how easy it is to produce, like produce. And maybe this solution is temporary. What's up, peoples? Coming to stream. Today is the graduation day. My chickens did a week in the inside the run. They didn't get on the land, and I didn't let them out because I didn't want them to tear up my garden over here. So they I'm gonna let them out. I was able to put up a little fence today to block them from destroying all this hard work, you know. This is that deer netting that I have. I forgot the brand. This is the first time I've used any sort of plastic fencing. Not too excited about it. But I think why I had to use it is because since I think in heavy duty all the time, that's not always the best solution. You just got some cucumber plants. Cool. Yeah, I saw some of those at the store. Those are really good they grow really well from seed. So once I get this done, I'll probably be planting some cucumbers this weekend, to be honest with you. If I'm at the store and I find a good deal, I'll just go for it. I'm just trying to roll up the rest of this so I'm not leaving it around. But it's so thin. I was telling my wife, I'm actually scared that I'm not worried about the chickens, but somebody else, another bad actor will come. And look, if they, my backup plan, I do have metal posts. So these ain't going anywhere. They're 6.5 feet. So they're like a foot and a half in the ground. I guess the top is like 5 feet, maybe a little bit more. So if I need to put metal fencing that I'm used to, I could do that. The big deal here was that I wanted it to be black. because I when you can see through it, you know, and it just looks better. It looks a lot easier on the yard. Granted, there's going to be a lot of greenery, but I'll have a lot better vision of whatever's going on in here because we know what I'm about to do. I'm about to cause a little party, especially when I start planting some squash, anything that the squirrels like. Um, in the past, we did have some in my other garden, which I'm going to be getting back to. We're going to be up in there. How's your day been, Jake? What's up, man? How you doing? My day, my day is good. I think it's ending. Where it's ending at is a really good place. I was able to just think through something. My wife is the one who sparked the idea. I'm more of like the rigid type. My wife said something to me, and I was like, the light bulb went off, and then I'm able to do it with my hands. So I got past a really complicated endeavor for me. I was also thinking through. I'll just spin you guys around. Hopefully the thing doesn't cut off. So this tent, which is new, and obviously it looks crazy over here, but I'm okay with that. Um, Brandon, what's up, man? So this coop, oh, you can't see the coop. I know exactly what I'm gonna do with this now. Now I gotta some of my friends who like to go to the gym. What plants you got in your garden? I'll show you in a second, Jake. Um, so this coop right here is in the way for me getting to the front yard with the lawnmower and just more traffic. So I'm rebuilding my actual fence to get to the backyard. So this coop, if I could turn it and put it right at the edge of the prop, like not at right at the edge, but pretty much behind, almost behind where this tent is, right? And then I'll have sort of like a garden shed that I could go in, and I actually have like extra windows that I saved from when we replaced our I forgot what you call the windows that you turn. It's my old kitchen window. So I actually have a nice window, and it'll be nice to hang out in there, and I'll be the new resident of the coop. But that's in my head. We'll see what happens. So right now I don't have I went row at a time, Jake, just to because you asked. So I started with this row. It was pretty much brassicas on this side. So I have just some different lettuce, turnips. This is probably Bolton, the broccoli. There's some marigolds in there that's growing pretty slow. Um, some more lettuce, some Asian greens, uh, cabbage, who knows? The kale's doing good in the back. And then over here is beans. In the second row, I just put in that parsley thing yesterday. And then here I'm growing mainly tomatoes and then peppers in the front. And then I have basil in between the tomatoes. And I'm just going to do one more row in this garden before I figure out how to construct um, the tent's gonna go, and not the tent, the canopy is gonna go, and I don't know, maybe I get some strong friends. If my strong friends could hear me out there, well, it's the big show. My strong friends that come on here. Um, in the new role, I'm actually putting herbs. I'm gonna be doing lavender. Pretty much it's gonna be like a herb roll. I'm trying to get to the perennial side, so just to have a balance, and that's gonna be a very thin row of. Why can't I think now? I was thinking some sage, some lavender, rosemary. Not sure about the thyme, and then lemongrass. Yo, come through if you're a strong friend, man. I need that coop was built to last, Jake. When I tell you it was built to last and I need a plan, and I was actually gonna destroy it, but this morning everything changed. So I'm gonna show you guys. So you see how that door, this, it doesn't look like much of a door, but I have now this netting. So here is blocked, chickens can't get in this way, and then here's the opening. So my goal right now was to let them out because they've been in there for a week and let them do their thing. Do you enjoy cooking? You got a lot of ingredients. Yeah, I do. Well, I don't cook much, but I do enjoy like rich herbs. My wife, she cooks more than me, but I want to get back. I do want to get back to cooking more, cooking outside. Like I just like having the surplus, right? So when things hit the fan, or just having things that are way more competitive than the stuff that you find in the store, right? Now that I grow a lot of perennials, so this is a whole raspberry hedge that I put together, I guess maybe 2 months ago now, from raspberries that were already in this area. But yeah, Jake, if you want to follow the channel, please, if you're not already, it would make sense. I've been doing this like a step ladder approach. So I'm gonna let the girls out and we're just gonna observe what they do. All right, I know it's been a while, guys. Just don't follow me up in here. Y'all got one zone. I know y'all curious. I get it. But y'all got one zone that y'all can't come to. Everywhere else, it's your world. I'm just a squirrel. Okay. I don't have any smart fasteners here. I just gotta watch this and be careful. I'm pretty much just bending the metal back for now. All right. I made it. How old are your chickens? I got different ages, like 4, 3, and 2. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. I pretty much been streaming every day, Jake. I've streamed. It's probably like my 116th straight day. I've done, and I generally go for an hour, 2 hours on the stream. I like to share just my experience, what I'm doing. I like to hang out with people in the chat, whatever it takes, just to, I'm here to grow my channel, but more importantly, I'm here to meet people that's in my community, the strong people that can help me lift this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And help me with my permaculture. I hopefully one day, I'm a software engineer. Um, I gotta stop saying my profession because I don't like saying that. But is it by trade? I, I'm a software engineer as a day job. I've been that for some time, and I can't say this is a hobby. This is more of a lifestyle. Um, it's been a number of years, and I'm just learning and growing, and I'm using mainly the skills, the way that I think, to grow within this, and being super excited about all the lessons and all the things that I could learn. And as I've been on this journey, I just keep learning and learning. So then I'm just sharing what I'm learning, because there was a day a long time ago when I didn't even know that any of this stuff existed, that I just didn't understand any of it. So all these aha moments, I like to just kind of, share with you. But thanks for hanging out, man. Do you have chickens? Do you garden? Man, look at them. It's funny. Up there, right in front of, right where I just pointed, and they were there. They just made a lie out of me. I mean, they haven't been out in a week. That's for them. That's like a whole year. They did a whole bid. Um, I just transplanted some chamomile that we planted that years ago, and you keep seeing it pop up in different places. So you just enjoy other gardens. That's cool, man. That's cool. Hey, if you live near me, you might want to. I need a helping hand. You can enjoy my garden anytime. Yeah, I was laughing with a friend on here because the thing about exposing the things that you're into and what you do is everybody got something to say. And I'll just tell, my friend was on here the other day. talking about, oh, because I said it's not if things are gonna break, it's when things just break all the time, and you start to grow to fix these things because you question value. What is valuable? What's not valuable? And they were like, oh, you need a goat, and it's like people don't even understand when they are offering you more work than what you have already, right? People just don't understand. And the one thing that I need is hands. I just need more hands. If I could get more hands, and some of it is me, some of it is um, working through social components to overcome, like, hey, maybe you just ask somebody, hey, can you help me do this? Right? And maybe I'll get it done. But to date, it's been me. I have a low trust value for not mankind, but a lot of people. A lot of people. All right, so the chickens are just chilling, man. They're just doing what they were doing. Now the weird thing, if you just join the stream, like the stream, I'm just hanging out. My chickens kind of graduated. They did a little bid inside the run for some time, and now I let them out, and I finally was able to get my garden fence up. So I was just talking about that. And if you want to add something to the conversation, please do. Um, but oh man, I got something in my shoe. I actually was doing earthing today. It's the first day I did it, and I cut my foot. I say about 10 minutes into it. I stream, I would say on average, I stream, and I repeat what Jake says, how long do you stream? Usually a day. So when I was on my 100-day, let's just call it a 100-day challenge, even though that's not what I was doing. When I was on my 100-day challenge, I streamed on average 2 hours a day, because if you average out the days where I did an hour and 15, there's days where I did 4 hours. And some of that was that stream, that 100-day stream was what I call open studio, where I was behind the desk and trying to figure out, in the beginning, just trying to work through and understand all the tools, and like how to use OBS, streaming software, how to communicate and read comments, and all of that stuff. So I did that for 100 days. So that was like 2 hours. So it's been 2 weeks since I've really been at the desk. And I think about now I stream about an hour and 15, hour and 30 on average. I do it in the weekday because I'm working during the day. I generally do it in the evening. Hey, it's Daryl. Carolyn, I got called Daryl today, and it made me think of this idea. But let me just finish with Jake. So I I stream in the evening, and I kind of balance it with the amount of work that I'm trying to get done. Sometimes I'm trying to work during the stream. Sometimes it's just like, okay, well, you got that habit of streaming, so then just do it right after work or before the work. So I got a bunch of work done. So today is more of a day where I finish my work. So Jake, just to fill you in, my name is Darnell, and for whatever reason, I frequently get called Daryl. And today, like, I thought yesterday was the straw that broke the camel's back, because now it's happening one time a day, full time, full time job. And I wouldn't even say this is a hobby. I would say this is my lifestyle. I don't care if I had a terrace. I'm gonna eat. We're gonna figure out how to eat. I work full time, man. At least at the moment. Yeah, Daryl. So for a long time, like Carolyn just came in. I got a lot of people's that we come back around. The stream team is what we call them. So you'll see people pop in that I'm very familiar with, and we've been hanging out for some time. And I told them a story. One of my first times being called Daryl was kind of embarrassing, because it was one of my favorite professors. So I'm a freshman in college, and I was at a junior college. I remember me and one of my best friends till this day. Um, the professor used to read the. I don't know why he read attendance. Now it sounds stupid being in college and you're reading attendance, but it was junior college, so whatever. Um, he would just read to see who's here, check it off, and Daryl here. Oh, Hands, you don't have nothing nice to say today. Oh yeah, Jake, the trolls come in. Whether they a troll or they just got things mean to say, they really can't shake me. Even at my darkest moments, I'm probably better than you, Hands. So he called me Daryl, and for the rest of the semester, Daryl. It was spotty, and then I remember there was a party to close the semester, and my friend would he went to the professor. His name was Thiessen, and he was like, "Yo, you know his name? Do you know his name?" And the guy said, "Daryl." Or you can call that might be the closest to Darnell and Daryl. Jake and Jack. I never thought of that, man. Oh wow. Allah can help me. Okay, thank you. But what's the American thing that you put? You follow that up with Allah? Is this a new tactic? First you call someone something pretty mean, or inappropriate, because that's not why we're here. And then you tell me that Allah can help me. It's interesting. It's an interesting one. But hey, stick around, man. No, that the disrespect. This is the internet. I'm from New York City, man. It ain't really you can't take when the negativity comes. You can't take that serious on the internet, because in the end, I'm a nice sized dude. It just wouldn't go down the way that he thinks it would go down. But so I'll give you two Daryls in 2 days, two Daryls in 2 days, and then I'll tell you about this idea that I was thinking about. Okay, that's the fact that YouTube allows you to put that in the chat. They feed into your nonsense. I hope that when you look in the mirror, you're happy with what you see, because you seem to want this one word to stick. Just don't let it stick on you, okay? Make sure that you can look yourself in the mirror, because every day, you best believe, gray and all, gray and all, I look myself in the mirror and I'm proud of who I am. So more power to you, sir, or peace be on to you. So yesterday, you just had to do that. Hold on, did I miss something? Oh, you keep getting called. Yeah, we know, Carolyn. They even people, even our friends be messing up, and we gotta fix them. So look at so yesterday I had a moment, 5:45 in the morning. So I'll give you, I don't get personal ever, but I guess I'm not gonna break any rules when I tell this story. It's just a story about Daryl, essentially. 5:45 in the morning. I believe it was 5:45. I get a call on my phone, and it just reads India. I don't wake up that early. My day is hard enough. I'm a part of getting the kids together to get on the bus. The school's not that far. I don't have to get up that early. For whatever reason, my phone wasn't on D&D. Sometimes it is. I'm actually glad it wasn't. So all I see on my phone is India. There's a plus in whatever area code or country code is there, right? So are you just waiting for a moderator to come in to do what he got to do? Why wait? Why wait? Did you like the stream, Hands? Make sure you like the streams, okay? Hercules. So 5:45. I turn over and I see India. Red button. Not answering that. Why is that? 2 minutes later, India. Okay, well, India really want me to pick up this phone. I don't have no. I know some people in India, from working over the years, but not any that would. Usually, when you work in different time zones, you're well aware of the time it is, in other places. Like I know it's not, and it's not just one direction. Because I was gonna say, oh, because in America they know the time. No, I understand that when my compadre that's in India, when I have a question and it's around noon here, 1 o'clock here, I know what time it is there. And I know dinner's been eaten, and I just kind of leave, bruh, go to your family. Leave it alone. Bro, you're that guy, that good of a guy. India, it just says India, it didn't say a name. So, so the second call comes in. I pick up, but I'm worried about a lot of these scams that want to steal your voice. So I don't say hello on the phone anymore. I don't say hello. I don't. I pick up the phone and I'm just a dead silence. You're gonna have to pull me in for me to say anything, right? So I don't say anything, and all I hear is kids, like kids in the background. So I'm like, okay, India kids, nothing's clicking for me, right? So then I hang up. Second later, like 2 minutes later again. So now I've gotten 3 calls in like a 6 minute time frame. So I'm sort of waking up. Is this something that I should be ignoring, not ignoring? So I answer it again. And because I don't say hello, I make a sound. So I go, you're, I just go like, if you know what that means, or if you understand where that's from, I just say, you're, and the lady goes, Daryl? Daryl? Is that you, Daryl? So it's like 6 a.m. And to wake me up for the day, somebody has crossed into my zone. I don't have time to do positive affirmation. Let me tell you all the things that I don't do that I'm gonna act like I could have done. So I don't have positive affirmation time. I don't have yoga time. I didn't do my breathing exercises. I didn't nothing. I didn't do anything, a workout. No, well, Jake, I'm actually thinking about writing a book about Daryl, like, cause like don't it's called don't call me Daryl. I really want to write a book about it because at this point, it's just my life, and it is what it is. You got to understand that people aren't going to change. They're not careful. I'm okay with it. I don't correct people anymore. It helps me to learn who those people are, right? And it's a story. It's something it's just I'm the type of person, stories, things tend to follow me. And I love, if I wasn't on the internet, I would tell people in the world. I've always told friends about these things. Yeah, the day in the life of Daryl. I like that. So, hello, Daryl. Daryl, is that you? So if she said Daryl, that means that she kind of knows me, because, and probably professionally, right? Because why would you call me Daryl out of nowhere? You could be a scammer. You could be reading from a list. She says, Daryl, I'm calling from IT. For whatever reason, she doesn't list the company. But since I'm a software engineer, the IT kind of triggered me in both ways. I felt scam, and I felt potentially this is real, and maybe I shouldn't ignore this. So I was still in the middle. And as she continued to talk, she said something about a rotation, a server rotation. And I was aware of a rotation that was going on. I generally don't have to join any kind of like activities with servers, but because I'm on a team that manages an application, if something actually goes wrong, I have a lot of domain knowledge and information. I'm usually going to be pulled in. This is the once a year scenario, right? So I don't even know her. I've never spoken to this person. So the problem for me is that she got my name, on some list somewhere. She went to she got it. Then she has to go to the app that we use to communicate. And then she had to read the name because she was prepared. Somehow my number is connected to that, and she read the name. So the name, Darnell. Now here's where I'm pretty sure what happened, and this is not to offend anyone. And I think that if I did write a book, there has to be a chapter about this. I believe that Daryl is a trained identity of a black person in media. So when people who don't know or they have come across a Daryl, that Daryl's usually black. Darnell's not as common of a name, even though it's a black name. I had a spam call answer to help you. This is the sheriff's department. Wow. After you commit, the guy could say, sorry, I didn't mean. Oh, I'm the sheriff. I like that one. But it was real. It was actually real. And I had to roll out of bed, and my phone is starting to chirp now because she was able to contact me. She pulled me into a group chat, and the issue is active. So I'm going from zero like REM sleep to I have to work on something. So I bust out my computer, and here's the thing: there's no cape, right? They didn't give me a cape, but I goddamn it saved the day. I'm in. I go from, and the only way I could explain it, and it's crazy because the name of the stream is Unmatched, and this behavior, this thing that I'm gonna tell you guys about, I feel like unmatched in it. When I was studying communications in college, in our TV production class, I think it was TV Pro 2, TV Production 2, we would do a rotation of the studio. So you have in the studio, you have all these different positions. So, more people are familiar with the basic stuff like the person that's on camera, the talent. Um, but then you have obviously the cameraman, and then you got somebody assisting the cameraman. You have somebody doing lighting. You have someone in the control room, the technical director. That's the person hitting the buttons. The director, that's the person telling the person. The assistant director, they're keeping time. They literally have a stopwatch, and they're keeping time, and based on whatever's in the program, they're trying to get the director to make sure that we didn't miss something, right? So, and then you have, just to go, if I remember correctly, then you have somebody doing Chiron. That was like the how you put graphics on the screen in an old school TV studio. And then you have a different room, which is a control room, master control, where they play tapes. So everyone's on headset, and the director, even though everybody could talk, the director's usually the one talking to master control, and he's telling them, okay, this is like live stuff, live to tape. And he's saying like, ready to play the commercial, ready to, ready to take test and tone. And when you are directing and you're trying to get 14 other people who all have different roles, I've never felt an experience like that. And everything is timely. Jake, is so nice hanging out with you, man. I'm gonna catch you again. I'm pretty sure of it. Pretty sure of it. Thanks so much for the garden, for the garden talk and the wishes. Y'all don't even know what to do. Jake is leaving, y'all. You made Jake leave. The chickens look so confused, by the way. So I'm in that position. There's an adrenaline rush. It almost made me feel like playing like sports, but I'm not playing sports. I'm pressing buttons. I'm in there and I'm sweating. I'm a sweater too. I'm sweating, and every time you do something right, you feel unmatched. You're like, man, I'm the man. Ooh, let's get the what we got in the background. It's like I'm unmatched. So I feel like, wow. And then when you fail at something, it's like being on stage and making a mistake. So when you're on stage and you make a mistake, you got to keep going. You got to keep the smile. When when my daughter does cheerleading, when they mess up, they got to keep going to the point where if someone doesn't come, they still have to do the move. So if it's supposed to be four people and there's three bases and you're missing a base, if you're missing a base, you still got to perform, and you still got to act like you throwing someone up, and then you catch them. Like, you got to keep going, right? That's what the studio is like. So I rolled out of bed and I go into a lead spot with people that I don't know. I've never spoken to some of those people. I don't have time to even question who are they. Look up, are they important people? And the only person is like, I got the hot mic and I'm the one who's sharing this. Well, actually, I don't have they only allow certain people to have access. So I don't have the screen. I'm not the one sharing. I'm the one coaching the screen. I'm the one saying, do this, do that, don't do this, check that, verify that. And and that all started with like being called Daryl and feeling like I'm just done and I don't want professionally, I just don't know how to really feel. I laugh it off. I don't know. Maybe I need therapy when it comes to like Daryl therapy. So that was yesterday. So thanks for hanging out. Um, I I enjoy these stories. So when I'm going into these, man, the sky looks awesome. When I'm going into these, it's really cool that I know that you guys are listening and you've heard me tell these. So it just keeps adding to the legacy, right? So then today, I got called Daryl again. I don't even see that many people to be called Daryl so much. That's a little concerning that my per people interaction ratio is really low. It's really low. I don't interact with that many people in the daytime, especially in person. So to get called Daryl and you don't even talk to that many people, that's crazy. Like it just doesn't even make sense. So today, um, actually let me not say it that loud because then my family's gonna know that I went to Wendy's. Um, I ran out the house to go get these posts that you see here. So Carolyn, just to update you, if you're still hanging out or whoever's still hanging out and you may have not heard me, I was able to close in this whole section and now the chickens can't get in. So I'm one step closer to being able to, let them out in the mornings and the evenings and them not messing up my garden, that really feels amazing. Uh, and I've been stressing over it and not being able to decide that. So this morning I had a conversation with my wife. You're jealous of my, don't be. No, be jealous of my next garden, the one that I haven't showed you guys. I'm looking at it, right. I'll give you a sneak peek. I'll give you a sneak peek without so don't be jealous of this one. So right past the chicken coop, there's a whole area and it's already fenced. It's fenced in. Um, yeah, I could show you. So there's a lot of weeds over there that I need to take care of. But when I tell you, when I get back to that and I have all of this going, um, because over there I'm gonna be able to do more vertical stuff. I'm thinking of stealing She Natural Homesteads, like going way more container over there and then just do row crops over here. But eventually, what the whole plan is I'm going up all the way. So this fence, I can just give you a sneak preview. So this is not going to be the end. We're going all the way down in this whole area. So this door, some sort of a door will be here, so the chickens could never get in, but they will have access when I want to this area over there. And we're gonna go straight down, and I have a bunch of trees that kind of curve, and then in the top corner, I actually am working on a food forest. So I have trees that go all around the back, and then where this is right here, that big, that's a mulberry tree. And then back there has always been destined to be a food forest. So there's a lot going on. So let me make sure my phone doesn't die. Let me see how much I have left. Okay, I got 9 left, a percentage of 9. And it was 20 when I started, so we're doing good. So I live in a town and it's an acre. I have pretty much half in the back, half in the front. I live in a town. So I go out, rush to the store so I can get back for work to go get these posts. They sell them as 6.5 feet, but that includes the part that goes under the ground. And then I'll show you. I mean, you probably know this, Carolyn, but I got a pretty heavy duty. I don't know what this thing is called, a metal fence pounder. So right before I got on stream, I literally just put all this together. Um, and then I made the decision to use the metal mesh that I had on the backside of the raspberries. And the only challenge I feel like I want to have is I kind of want them to hang over both sides. So I think I have to push this fence back when I make it like more permanent, so that I want to be able to go on the other side and pick berries as well. And when I tell you these raspberries, like if you remember me putting this in, this thing looks good. And they're flowering and there's raspberries growing. I think one thing that I'm not good with, that I want to get better with, is when I grow stuff, say I get like 2 different types of things like raspberries. I actually don't know the species of raspberries because I don't know if I cultivated something that was wild or I started it and then it just did really well and I supported it. If you just joined the stream, like the stream, I'm gonna just tell another story about being called Daryl again from today. And we're hanging out in the garden. The chickens are actually out. It's been a week on lockdown. That's a week for them. I think is like a year. I think I think that's like a year. They did like a whole a year bid, and now they going to, and I love it. I love to see them going to town. Caesar's way in the back. I just moved a Jerusalem artichoke, put it over there. I put chamomile over there, and I put uh, lavender. I'll show you. My wife bought this lavender that she thought was perennial, but it's not perennial in my zone. So we'll decide whether or not what kind of funky lavender is this. Uh, I would say this is like it says Merlot. Um, so I put that over there, and then I also put some English thyme that I. So most of to give you an understanding of what's going on in that garden. That garden is more. Those garden beds are perennial. There's stuff that the chickens could eat free at free will. And then what hasn't happened yet, and I probably got to really double down on it now. I wanted to grow stuff that would grow high enough to give the chickens more shade. This big old tree, um, I'm actually really liking this tree. And today, believe, look how huge this tree is. That's a sugar maple. So when I moved the run there last year, I thought that, oh, because the sun is coming from this direction, I thought that I was going to have more issues with the sun. And when I look at it, it's just the chickens complaining and trying to trick me because this tree is doing a really good job to shade the coop from the top. And if I did have stuff that grew up from these beds where the chickens are now, um, it would be really nice and comfortable over there for them. So I go out to get these panels, and it was fun quick trip. It sounds like weird, but I don't get to leave the house that much. I work from home, and I'm always active. And then after I work from home, not even after, during my job, the kids rush in, and the kids either have activities, needs, something that is not for me to go progress in things that I need to progress with. That's pretty much my life, Monday through Friday. And YouTube, I've made that, I've forced a YouTube lifestyle onto the family because I needed to try it and do it for me. And the only way I could do it was really to force it in. So it does compete with time of things that, I would want to do. Um, but I'm sure others have that same thing going on. That's part for the course, right? So I go out to get these panels, and I pretty much used up my time, and I wanted to get a bite to eat. So I said, okay, let me stop to get something to eat. Ring up my order. They asked for my name, Darnell. Every time someone asks me for my name, I know it's about to happen. I just know it. It it why I gotta get that sky. I wish the colors were coming better. But why would it be any different? You ask me for my name. I say, if I say it like Darnell, you're gonna think I have attitude. So I just try to say it like we know each other, or we're supposed to be it. Darnell, come again? Darnell. Okay. He said Darnell. I don't know what they typed in the machine. It wasn't like being at Starbucks and they draw it in on the cup. I've had that happen. You say Darnell and they just write down. And I'm so shocked at people's inability to understand that there's just an N, and the N is not silent. I think that's what the problem is. The N becomes a silent thing. So She doesn't say anything. That was the person at the register. So then when the order is ready, which didn't take long at all, and she just goes, Daryl, and I just put my head down, I just grabbed the food, and went in poured the drink and was like, this is just not gonna stop, is it? This is not gonna stop. I'm just gonna be Daryl. So that's my Daryl story for the day. But the stream, uh, I've been coming on here for I think a couple weeks, and my energy. I'm gonna move. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. Let me back that up. I used to think of building a lot of apps. Like I know you met me as a person in the garden and on the land. A lot of my excitement is because it wasn't that long ago that I didn't know what I was doing or where I want to go. It's so far from where I'm at. So I'm still just observant to all of that. Building apps, technology, that's I used to put a lot of energy into that in the past. And any excitement that you would see, it's not really about the next big app, but I feel like I'm a little unfulfilled in wanting to create tools. The same way I like hanging out with people, talking to people, sharing with people. That's no different than how I applied that. And I applied it in technology. It's the same way. I like communities. I like to build tools that are diverse, that fit a particular niche that today we don't have diversified apps. We pretty much, if it's media content, it goes into these social media platforms. So much so that many companies that are media companies, they've given up on their own tools, their own delivery mechanisms, and they kind of just use these tools because this is where the people are, right? So they're afraid to go against the grain. So I've never stopped thinking about building apps, even though I don't go to the computer every day and independently build something for me. Maybe that'll change. I don't know. I would love to have that on this journey. But so when I got called Daryl, my head, because it was 2 times in 2 days, immediately I thought of a counter. I was like, counter, a Daryl counter? Well, you have to, make this thing agnostic to you. Well, it's a counter of something that's attached to a story that I want to show. I wanted to be public. So I just thought immediately, would other people have things that they don't mind being public that are really just counter based? So I just started designing this app in my head, and it all started with like Daryl, the Daryl count. And it's something that, because if other people used it, they could refer to, they could share it with other people, um, and people could just interact with your count of something, the count as like this generic object, right? And I could just see so many uses for it. And it's not something that I've never heard of anything like that, but it's similar to an app that I wanted to build before. So I just wanted to get that out. You don't have to thumbs up, thumbs down. I just like working through the process of just talking about some of the things that I think about. Uh, Hold on, let me make sure. Okay, so we still have 2 folks in here. So all right, well the girls pretty much, they don't have what do you call it when people get incarcerated? They're not I forgot the term. They seem to just be normal. Like that never happened, them being stuck in it. So maybe I gotta make that bit a little bit longer. The pins that I keep saying I'm gonna post a video on, I haven't posted a video because I didn't film the video yet. I should have filmed a video because I really like offering the stuff in stages, just like I did in this garden. It would be amazing to kind of go back the last 5 or 6 weeks and to see everything develop. I'm pretty sure that would be easy for me to just like pull content of that and edit that down. And especially as the green starts to grow up. Before I get out of here, I just wanted to show you one last thing um, of what the plan is, and then I'm gonna call it quits, clean up, make sure I don't leave anything out since this is a new area and feeling for me. I could be making a mistake. Keep getting birds flying back and forth. So when I was planning this space, um, just to give you some, there's always math at play, and this raspberry patch was very important because raspberries. That was stupid. The raspberry patch is important because of raspberries. No, so the raspberry patch is important because they pretty much stay nice and lush for a very long period of time. So I was looking for something perennial, something that wasn't didn't have a short season. The fruit is just a bonus. That's just the cherry on top. So I made this walk-in row, and I'm probably gonna seed some grass here because I could tell already that it's just compacted ground and I could make a better use of it. And I think my little lawnmower would be perfect in here, and most of the designs could really match the size of the lawnmower, and that makes the care of what I'm going to do in here pretty easy. So I made this extra wide intentionally. And then the first row is a 20, you know what, let me go get a measuring tape and then I could be realistic about what I'm telling you guys. Off the top of my head, it's the widest bed that I want to make. So this bed, it's a 24 inch bed, and then this bed is a 24-inch bed, and then the next bed is about 20 inches because I was doing tomatoes, and I'll do things that kind of grow up in there that need space like air and don't really like to double the plants. But the big thing that I wanted to explain here is why I have so much space in here. Um, I'm not the clumps. I'm I'm actually going to be losing weight. So why all of this space, right? When I was doing this design, again, most of what I'm doing in my garden is about eating and eating good and growing and learning how to plant, aggressive and making mistakes. So I really wanted to get back to some crops that have a lot of vigor and are really easy to store. So when I started doing the planning and the research, what I came across was that you probably don't want to do a row of anything that's going to sprawl and be very viney or too vigorous, like any kind of squash, pumpkins. So they said one way to break that up in the research was to go have your rows going this way and then have a row going this way. So this space is that big intentionally because I'm going to put a row here. Doesn't have to be that thick, just enough for the roots because the vines are going to carry over. But then I left enough room so that those vines wouldn't be too disruptive and overpower anything going on over here. So It's not gonna take me much time. I just need cardboard. If I could get more cardboard, I could just make a row going this way. Uh, Use my cultivator. Actually still have some garden soil, and turn that into this. Even though I like no till, I mean, I'm not tilling, I'm just kind of putting in the top layer just to get some organic matter depending on what's in this soil. And a lot of what I'm planting too, to be honest with you, a lot of the things that, like I mentioned, pumpkin, squash, zucchini, sweet potatoes, they are not really critical to my understanding. They're not really critical of what they grow in. So we could get this nice patch in here and pop some seeds in the ground, and I'll have a row going this way, which is it's just going to bring the life into the garden. It's not going to be much walking space. That was kind of intentional, I guess. My only real concern is being able to maintain like the weeds on this side, up against this fence. We'll see. I don't know if the plastic fence is going to be the end all be all for me. It may be. I may have to go to the, as long as it's black. Um, I just really enjoy not being disrupted and overpowered by just the fencing, whether it's white or the metal look. Because my house is this way. When I'm walking from this way, I want to be able to see all the way through, and that can help me to make decisions and not have to come over here. All right. So if you guys have any questions, um, if not, oops, did you guys know that I could juggle? I could juggle, but I'm not doing that on stream today. If you have any questions, it was a cool stream. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, it's time to call it quits. Carolyn, have a good night. I don't know when I'll be back to Open Studio stream at night, but I was committed to keeping things going, and I've been a man of my word so far. And just I really appreciate all the love. I've been having fun filming and posting videos. Sometimes they do good, sometimes they don't. I don't really worry about that anymore. It's getting into the flow. So thank you so much. Have a good night. Peace.